Hello and welcome, guys. It's Ajlal here. First of all, let me know if you can hear me. Give me a 1 in the chat box if you can hear me, please. So we can go ahead and get started. All right. Seems like everyone can hear me. How about you go ahead and give me a 2 in the chat box if you can also see my screen. Give me a 2 in the chat box if you can see my screen. All right, seems like everyone can see my screen as well. That is good. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started here shortly. Gonna give a few minutes to make sure that everyone who is supposed to join us today can join us. In the meanwhile, how about you all go ahead and let me know where are you joining us today from? I am sitting here in Karachi along with Janzeb, and it's 5 a.m. here. And we both haven't slept yet. And we also have a train to catch at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Well, technically it's today. So yeah, that's that. So basically what's going to happen here is we're going to wrap this webinar up and then we're going to go to sleep and then we're going to go catch tomorrow's train. So yeah, that's that. So I see we have people coming in. How about you all go ahead and let me know where you are joining us today from? I see Philip is from Chile, South America. Then we have Rob from California. And we have Louis from US as well. And we have a couple more people. So just gonna give it a few more minutes before we go ahead and get started here. But basically on this webinar, my goal is to break down how one of our members was able to get to almost 2,000 euros in just 1 month, which is pretty crazy, by the way. And I'm glad to have you here as well, Michael, from Palm Beach, Florida. Nice to have you. So I guess we have by now we should have everyone that we're supposed to have. So let's just go ahead and get started. So on the agenda today, I'm going to be breaking down how William, a 73-year-old, who is also the oldest member we have currently, and we do have a few old guys who are, not only our mentorship students, but also our boss level students. And everyone's been getting really great results. But what William has been able to achieve in less than a month, or maybe a little more than a month, is pretty surreal. His current income or gross income is 1,900 euros in the past 1 month, a little over a month, and he is 73 years old. Now, William is someone who has really tried all the fads and stuff that usually is sold in our industry, which is kind of shameful. But, basically he has seen everything that promises a substantial income but doesn't really does that. And I'm sure that all of you have encountered something like that as well. And that's something that I kind of hate about this industry, because vendors actually sell product to make money themselves, even though their product mostly is shit. I'm sure that you guys have encountered this yourself as well. If you have ever in your lifetime bought a course that turned out to be absolutely garbage, but made huge promises on the sales page, how about you go ahead and give me a 1 in the chat box? Because I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people who have previously been scammed So, you know, yeah, I see a few ones flying in. Rob says, yes, I have bought a ton of garbage in my time. Yeah. So, well, when I started back in 2015, I was around 16 years old at that time. That was basically when I first started with the online marketing industry. And the first course that I bought basically claimed to teach you how to generate traffic, and the traffic that it actually generated was so garbage that I would honestly not even want something like that. Like, it basically was people who were clicking ads just to earn some sort of money that were going to your site. So, basically no purpose of that kind of traffic. So that was like the revealing moment for me, where I actually came across the fact that vendors in our industry actually sell their products just to make money. And that's not something that I personally do, and that's not something that I personally recommend either. So, I just, when we came up with the Moneycraft idea, my goal was to help as many people as we possibly could. As most of you might know, if you have already gone through the Moneycraft PDF, you will know that the only reason that I got Janzeb to agree with me to, put together this product was because Janzeb couldn't really do this process anymore himself. He was really making a substantial monthly income, and there was absolutely no need for him to bring this product out in the market, even though it would have helped people. But at that time, he was really generating a lot of money. So, you know, he was hesitant in bringing this out as a product and, sharing this strategy with others. But since G2A doesn't support our country anymore, um, you know, I I somehow convinced Sanjay to finally let the cat out of the bag. And so we created Moneycraft, which, by the way, all of you loved. And we sold around 600 units. And yeah, that was pretty amazing. So that was last month or maybe 2 months ago. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, that was really amazing. So, like I said, my whole goal with Moneycraft since day one has been to get people to make money, to help people make money, especially in the current times. And US is like at the absolute worst level of this pandemic. US is facing the absolute worst level of this pandemic right now, which is kind of saddening. Um, and UK is right up there as well somewhere, and most of our members are from US and UK. So really, at the end of the day, my goal here is to help you get started and finally start making money online from the comfort of your home. That's my whole goal with this presentation. We're gonna have a proper Q&A session at the end, as well as I will also offer a one-on-one mentorship opportunity. And this is going to be a bit different from the last time. So you will have to stick until the end to, kind of know exactly what this is. Um, so Michael says there's not enough room in the chat box for my ones of the amount of times I have been scammed over the past 15 plus years in the IM space. Wow, crazy. Albert, yes, there will be a replay, but I would recommend that you stay on for the webinar because you will be able to ask any questions that you might have. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, before I actually go inside William's account, I want you to read this testimonial. I want you to, William is also someone who has been scammed a lot of times, and you can actually read this testimonial, and you will see in his own words that that basically not a lot of products actually do what they promise, unlike Moneycraft. So yeah, let's. What I want to do here is I want to kind of jump into um, jump into William's account and show you guys exactly how he was able to generate his first 1900 euro month, a little over a month, maybe a month and a week. Um, so if you're ready, how about you give me a one in the chat box, and make sure that you take lots of notes, because you know when you take notes you get, well, the knowledge sticks, right? And ask any questions that you might have at the end of the presentation, because I'm not really going to be looking at the chat box while I'm presenting. So, if you have any questions, make sure that you save them from the end for the end, write it down. And let's go ahead and get started. And I see a lot of ones flying in here. So, and Janjib, I would really appreciate if you could stop spamming me on Messenger. I'm trying to concentrate here. All right, let's go. So I'm going to go ahead and log into William's G2A account. And hopefully I have the credentials saved here. I do. So let's go ahead and log in. I'm going to go into selling, and I'm going to show you the seller's dashboard. And what you're going to see is going to be something like this, right? So in the last 30 days, roughly, William sold about 1,400 euros worth of games, while overall he has sold over 1,900 euros worth of games. And that is pretty crazy for someone who had absolutely no clue what this particular industry was about. He had absolutely no clue that there was something like a place where you could basically flip games. He had absolutely no idea of this particular concept. So he started absolutely from scratch. And he is a, now I don't want to be disrespectful here. I mean this with all the respect to William. He is a fairly old guy. And, it's usually not easy for old people to get into something like gaming, or so they say. But from what I have been seeing, um, across the board, there are a lot of, maybe if not a lot, but a good amount of people that we have in our Moneycraft program are kind of old. And I don't mean this in any disrespectful way. I mean this with absolute respect. Um, Basically, the point I'm trying to convey here is that this method is not hard, even if you are old and have absolutely no clue about gaming, and you have absolutely no experience selling games. Now, what you're seeing here is, as you can see, William has listed 75 games. Now, before I go in details here, I want to kind of step back. And so William basically joined us as a boss level member. How many of you are aware of what the boss level was? If you are aware of the boss level, give me a 1 in the chat box. If you're not, give me a 2, so I can know whether or if I should go into details about that. If you're aware of the Moneycraft boss level, give me a 1 in the chat. If you're not aware of what that is, give me a 2. Let me open the chat real quick. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of two flags in, which means you might not remember. So what I'm going to do is I am going to open that particular sales page. So this was basically an upgrade for Moneycraft. And in the boss level, what we were doing was we were offering a done for you service where we basically said that we will give you the exact games that are hot and that are ready to sell, and we will even manage your account for you. Now we had roughly about 20 people that took us up on this opportunity, and majority of them saw good results. People that put in the effort saw good results. Some of them didn't even show up, so um, they didn't really got much results. But basically, what to summarize it, the boss level was where we basically would give you the exact games that are selling very well, and then we would just ask you to buy the keys, and then we would relist it on your accounts too. Now, what went wrong here was the fact that G2A realized that um, multiple accounts were being accessed from one IP, and that basically G2A basically blocked our IP, so we couldn't access G2A anymore. And it kind of came across as shady to G2A. So what we basically closed this offer down, right? Well, not literally closed it down, but we pushed the pricing so high that even if someone buys it, um, basically we pushed the pricing so high that no one buys it, right? That's the whole summary of this thing. Um, and so William originally came as a boss level member who, in the boss level, we were basically giving you the fish, right? I'm sure you are aware of that quote: give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. So in the boss level, we were basically handing you the fish, and you could simply just relist that particular fish and sell it and make money. But the downside for that was that you wouldn't really learn anything. You would just get the games and you would buy them and relist them. You would have absolutely zero clue about how we were finding those particular deals, right? So that's when we came up with the mentorship program, where we were teaching exactly how we research and find the particular games using the Moneycraft app, as well as doing some manual research. So that was basically how we invented the mentorship program. And I can see some of the users who are on our mentorship program currently are also on this webinar. So, and majority of them actually are having a very amazing time with this, and they're learning each step of the way, right? That was the original goal of the mentorship program. We'll basically teach you how to fish instead of handing you the particular fish. Now, William was like a very, very interested guy, right? We could say that he was a hustler. We could see that he was a hustler from day one. And he would basically, what happened was we would just send him games, he would list them, and it will sell out, right? And he basically started asking us questions. And this is not something that people do. And we have a lot of students, and I can show you that very um, small amount of people actually ask questions. They just want the money mostly, and majority is not interested in learning, which is kind of saddening to see. But William was different, right? He would go into the program and he would start researching like a maniac, right? He did manual research. He used the app to do research. He asked us questions, and um, how he could find, he basically used to ask us all the time how he could go out and do this, and then he would look for the particular games, and then he would come back and ask us if these games would sell him, and we would tell him about that based upon our experience. And what you can see here is that he has listed 75 games in the last 30-40 days. And out of these 75 games, I can assure you we haven't told him about any more than 20 games. So mostly the games that you are seeing here were bought and listed by William himself. So we had absolutely no involvement in helping him find those particular games. That's basically the whole concept of the mentorship program, right? We basically teach you how to find the games. So and then at the end of the day, it comes down to you, right? How much are you willing to experiment? Because obviously, not in the starting, you are new, it takes time, but that's exactly where our help comes in, right? If you are on our mentorship program, you get one-on-one access to John Zib and me. So if you find a deal that you assume is good, you can simply ask us about it, and we will let you know if this is something you should purchase and list on your Giro account. John Zib has processed over $1 million in sales doing this, so he has a lot of experience. Um, and basically, that's the whole point, right? Um, once you have the experience, you are going to learn, and that's exactly when you are going to start seeing revenue like this. And Philip, I'm going to come back to you in a moment. Stay on the call, I'm going to come back to you shortly. So, and William is not even utilizing the Paxful strategy that we are teaching to the current mentorship program users. And that's something to think about. So if he was on our mentorship program, he would have learned the Amazon strategy as well as the Paxful strategy. So that will basically give him another boost of profits and sales as well. So basically, the whole concept I'm trying to convey here is that at the end of the day, if you're looking to achieve this kind of revenue, what you have to absolutely do is you have to go out there and hustle. There is absolutely no workaround to that. Yeah. the, if you have any questions down the road, you can obviously come and ask us. But what I like to show you here is one of the games that list we helped William list, and that was Warhammer. And as you can see, William has sold 71 keys of this particular game, and he's still actively selling it. So he's still selling like 3-4 copies of this game per day, and even more games that he has listed. So yeah, basically that's the whole point. The more inventory you have, the higher quality games you have, and how fast you could list your offers is how fast you're going to be seeing the revenue come in. And when you combine this with the Paxful and Amazon strategy, you are looking at an exceptional opportunity. How about you guys go ahead and give me a 1 if you want me to quickly go over the Paxful strategy as well. Give me a 1 in the chat box, and I will quickly go over the Amazon and Paxful strategy. Okay, I'm seeing a few 1 flying in. Um, how many of you were on our last webinar? If you were on our last webinar, give me a 1 in the chat box. If you were not, give me a 2. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing sort of like a mixed response, so I'm gonna just go ahead and quickly demonstrate the Paxful strategy, right? Paxful is basically a platform where you can um, go and sell your Bitcoins in exchange for Amazon gift cards. And when you do that, you basically get a discount on the gift card. So let's say a $100 Amazon gift card would cost you $80. What that basically means is that you can buy $100 Amazon gift card for just $80. So that's already putting you into a $20 profit without even doing anything. Now, when you have the Amazon gift card, what you do is you go to Amazon and you find a good deal. And this is what we also cover in our mentorship program. And not Minecraft. I'm not sure if it still is on sale, but give me a second here. Janjib, can you please send me the link to Minecraft deal, please? Amazon. I assume this was it. Janjib, can you please verify? Okay, we have the link. Yeah. So this was one of the deals that was very profitable for us. We have sold like 100 copies of this particular game. I think I'm understating. We have sold much more than 100 as well. And let's just quickly go to G2A. Janjib, if you could find me the G2A listing as well, that would be really great. Okay, we have the G2A listing as well. So as you can see, it's selling for roughly 22 euros, and we can get it for roughly 17 pounds. Let's quickly convert this into euros and see. So I assume that the offer has gone down a bit or something. But the last time I basically showed this on the webinar, the profit margin was really good. But let's still just go ahead and quickly do some work. I'm gonna subtract this. So that is roughly a €3 profit. And this Minecraft sells out very fast. So you can easily expect 5 copies of this particular game selling out per day when you do list it. Now, let's say that you can buy maybe 50 copies of this for 136, and let's say you are basically paying 80% of the money through Amazon gift card. So I have no clue what I'm doing. Give me a second here. So basically, you bought the $100 or £100 Amazon gift card for 80, right? So that already puts us in a £20 profit. Now, let's just assume that for £100 we can get 5 copies of Minecraft, and when I multiply this by 5, that means that I'm maybe make it 6. So let's say you are paying $80 to get £100. I'm just gonna talk in rounded off figures, right? So let's say that you're paying £100, £80 to acquire a £100 Amazon gift card, and once you've loaded that into your Amazon account, you purchase 5 copies of Minecraft that costs you roughly around £103. Then you sell these for for 21.98. And I really do think so that the profit margin has gone down a bit. But what you're looking at is it goes out for 131 and we bought it for 103. So that is a 30 euro profit. And not to mention that we got a 20 pound discount on the gift card. So in total, that comes out to approximately 50 euros, right? Now let's quickly convert 50 euros to USD, and that comes out to around 60 US dollars. So if you could just basically sell 6 unit of this particular game, you can turn that profit and get an additional 20 to 30% more profit when you apply the Paxful strategy, because you're acquiring the game, the Amazon gift card for 20 to 30% less than what it's actually worth. So that really comes in handy, and that is also something that we teach in the mentorship program. Now, some people think that this is shady, which is not true, by the way. Um, Basically, the Paxful is basically a verified platform, so, and a registered platform. So it can't be possibly doing anything illegal. And so for that, what we have done is that we have came up with another program, which is basically basic mentorship, where we are not going to teach you this particular thing, but still we will teach you how you can find games and all. And I'm going to tell you about that in a second. But basically the whole goal here is to achieve numbers like these. What you have to do is, number one, you have to do work, right? There's no workaround for that. You have to put in the work. Number two, you have to research. You have to use the Moneycraft app. You have to do some manual research. We also have manual research videos in the front end product as well. So if you just bought the basic version of Moneycraft, you can still log into the app. And let me just go ahead and do that for you here. And you can still find the manual research videos. Not this page. So under training, you will be able to find the manual research videos. Give me a second here. So as you can see, there are two parts to this. So if you haven't already watched this, I highly recommend that you do go ahead and watch them. And then we also have the case study, where we basically show you how we were able to generate some amount of money. I don't exactly remember the figure, but we were able to generate a particular amount of money in a particular period of time. So that is covered in that case study as well. Do watch that if you haven't already, which you should have. So yeah, to quickly summarize, Philip, I'm going to come back to your questions in a moment. But to quickly summarize, what basically the whole point is that you will never see success without work, right? Now, for some people, it's easier. For some people, it's faster. But for everyone, it takes work, right? If you are looking to be successful with Moneycraft, you will have to put in the work. There's absolutely no work around it. To that, I can sit here and tell you that you have to just click a couple of buttons and that will make you money. But that is absolutely not true, okay? It takes work to make money. If it didn't, I wouldn't be sitting here at 5:30 a.m. my time presenting this webinar to you, right? I would rather be sleeping, and then when I wake up, I would just click a few buttons. That's not how it works. When you put the strategies that we teach inside the Moneycraft system, inside the Moneycraft boss level, inside the Moneycraft mentorship program, you're going to see results. It's absolutely guaranteed, because it's a proven method that has generated us well over $1 million. So as long as you put in the work, you will see the results. Again, if you are stuck anywhere, we are here to help you. That's the whole point of us giving you one-on-one access to Janzib and me, right? Um, and another thing that I would really, really like to, Janzib, I'm gonna come back to you in a moment. So another thing that I would really like to highlight is that market research is very important, and that is not just in the games. Even anything that you are planning on doing, market research is a particular requirement that you cannot overlook. Even in my own business, I basically create software to sell, right? And so I have to do market research because I need to know what the market is looking for. So it's no different in the gaming niche, right? You need to know what the gamers are looking for, and then you provide them, and then make the money. And yes, Janzib, go ahead. You still there, Janzib? Uh, um. Okay. Okay. Something weird has happened. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. So basically, Janzib doesn't really have anything to see. I somehow one of the attendees was converted into a panelist, and that's what we were hearing. So the whole goal is that when you put in the work, when you do the market research, when you find the right games, when you list the right games, you're going to see results. All you have to do is, after putting in the work, you can sit back and watch the profits roll in. But that it comes after you have put in the work, after you have listed 75 games on your G2A account, like Rob William has. Again, this is a proven method, and we have a lot of mentorship students. Some of them are even on this call, and they're making sales daily. They're selling games daily. Obviously, not everyone has as exceptional results as William does, but majority of our users are basically making money. It's not a big deal, Rob. No problem. So yeah, now that that's out of the way, I would like to present to you an opportunity, and this is for those that are not already on our one-on-one mentorship program. If you are already on one of our programs, could be the boss level, could be the mentorship. If you're on the boss level, you would still want to hear what I have to say. But if you're on the mentorship level, I don't really think so that what I'm about to share next is going to be much helpful to you. So you can leave. Um, Now, what I want to present to you is the mentorship opportunity to get results like William is getting, and more of our students are getting. Even just today, one of our mentorship student, Stephen, and I assume that he is on the call as well. I saw his name. Um, he said that he has been, again, like I said, he has been, you know, on this internet stuff for a while, and this is actually the first time that he feels like he's working with a real business. And Steven is also a hardworking guy, okay? And like I said, for some people things are fast, for some people it's slow. For Steven right now, things are slow, obviously, but he is hopeful that he's going to be seeing some real results soon, and we're going to make sure that he does by helping him out. He's currently applying the PEX full strategy, and once we have all of that set up, I am sure that we're going to be seeing a lot of good amount of income coming in. So coming back to this, the Moneycraft mentorship opportunity is number one only for serious people who are looking for a job replacing income. Like I just showed you, William was able to generate 1900 euros in his first month as a complete newbie. So in a couple months, William could easily replace his job if he has one, which I'm not sure about. But if he does have one, he can easily replace that particular income with what we have taught him with the Moneycraft system. We're also only looking for people who believe in hard work and who are ready to learn, because these are two things that basically come with the people. You have to have a hard working work ethic, and you should be open minded enough to learn things that we are willing to teach you, that we will teach you. And also it is, I mean, really helpful if you are a little bit of computer savvy, because there are going to be things involved, like where you have to purchase game keys and then you have to relist them on Giro. So like, you don't have to be a complex user. You just have to know how to copy paste a few things. You have to know how to purchase things online, and I assume you already do know how to purchase things online, which is why you are on this call, because you bought Moneycraft. So that's who the mentorship program is for. Now, what are you going to learn when you join us on this particular opportunity? Number one, we're going to teach you exactly how you can use the Moneycraft app, as well as how you can use a manual researching, because there are a few sites that limit us with their technical with the technical stuff. So we can not really have the Moneycraft app go and search on those sites. Um, so in the mentorship program, we basically teach you how you can very effectively use the Moneycraft app, and that is also taught in the basic program, in the basic front end version of the Moneycraft program. But in the mentorship program, we basically go in a lot of depth about that, and mostly what we focus on is the manual research, because that's where the real goal is sitting, right? Because there's a particular site that we use to fetch deals, to find deals that are really amazing, and that particular site is basically a golden resource. So we will tell you about that site, and when you have that site, you won't even need to basically look and find games. It will show you the discounted deals, it will show you what's hot. So that's really a very effective site, and that's something that we will cover inside the Moneycraft mentorship program. Now, on the advanced level of the mentorship program, we're going to teach you how to use the Paxful strategy and get the exact games that you are getting for 30% less. And when you apply this, like I just said, you could basically buy a £100 Amazon gift card for £70 on Paxful. That's basically the whole point of this strategy, to save money, which basically gives you the edge over everyone else, right? And this is a strategy that Jahan Zib developed himself. Absolutely no one has even a single clue besides our members, besides the Moneycraft members, about this particular strategy. So it's very effective. You can easily take on big sellers when you apply this strategy as well. And we're also going to uncover another marketplace that is very similar to Jigidue. So what you can then do is that you will basically have two sources of income, right? And this is taught in the advanced mentorship program. Now, what are you going to exactly get? Number one, and the most important thing, you're going to get access to me as well as Tanzib. Now, I am not big into games, right? So I can help you with some technical stuff. If you have any issues with the app, that's all what I will handle. But Tanzib is basically the man here, right? He's basically the person who takes care of the show, who runs the show, and he has a lot of experience. If you were to ask any of our mentorship as well as boss level members, you will know that Janjab is someone who knows his thing. And if any of you who are on our mentorship program currently or on our boss level currently, how about you give me a one in the chat box if you agree with the fact that can Janjib does have a lot of experience and that he can help you very well. Give me a one in the chat box if you agree with that statement. So you get access to Janjib, which who basically is the main man who runs this particular show. And I'm seeing a few ones flying in, so that is very nice. Um, yeah, basically, I just wanted to encourage Janzev a little bit. So basically, you get access to Jandev, you get access to me as well, but I'm really useless when it comes to finding the games, and also the main man here is Jandev. Besides that, you get the entire 60-day training program where we're going to teach you, send you videos over a particular number of days. Not exactly 60 videos, but things that it's basically on you, right? You can learn on your own pace. You can take 7 days or you can take 60 days. Um, the whole point is that you will have access to us for 60 days, which means that even after learning, when you face any sort of problems, we will be there to help you out. Then we will also give you profitable games as we find them. So whenever we come across deals that are hot, games that will sell very well, we're going to let you know about that, and you can purchase them and list them onto your G2A account. Then we will also give you profitable deals besides games. And this is something that I showed on our last call, but I'm going to show you again. And I hope Janzib will not kill me for doing this, but I really want to help you guys out here. How do I log out? If I can log in to Janzib's account, the one that was rendered inactive, I'm going to show you that it's not only just games that you can actually sell on G2A. Let me quickly log in here. Uh, let's go ahead and open selling. Oops, my bad. Da, 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 da. Yeah, so this was the account where basically Jandev used to sell before we got logged out. And as you can see, it had an over 137K in revenue. So that is pretty crazy. I think that's about what 150K in US dollars. Let's see. That's roughly 162K in US dollars. So that is insane to say the least. But what I want to show you is that it's not just games that you can sell. You can basically sell gift not yeah gift cards as well as a PlayStation Network subscription. So as you can see, we have sold 212 units of this particular gift card. And how we were able to do that was using the Paxful strategy, where we basically got the gift card, sorry, not gift card, but the Amazon, I guess it's called the gift card, yes, worth $100 for say $70-$80, and then we would go to the PlayStation Amazon and then basically buy PlayStation Network gift cards. And since we were already in profit, we could sell the gift cards for less than what it was worth, which usually means that people, if you were to give someone something that is worth $10 for $8, why would they not buy it, right? So it was deals like these that also had a major role in helping us make the amount of money that we made. And as you can see, we have made 200 sales for this thing, 132 sales for this thing, 34 sales. And these are basically the PlayStation Network cards, right? So this is just one another way. We will be telling you about more of these inside the mentorship program. So these are deals beside the particular games that you can sell throughout the year once you apply the Pexel strategy. So you can just buy them once, list them, and then forget about them, and you will automatically be generating passive income, which is very nice. Besides that, we will also give you a complete one-on-one help, since you will have access to us on Skype. We will be basically handling any issues that you will have. So few of our current members come across issues like the platform they purchase the game key from sometimes gives us a faulty key, and what happens is that the purchaser of the key on G2A creates a dispute on G2A for that. And if you really don't know how to handle it, you will end up getting negative feedback. So initially you would really need to know how to deal with something like that, right? That's where we come in handy. That's where Janzeb come in handy. So you can, whenever you come across any sort of difficulty, you can simply just hit up Janzeb, and he's pretty much available at all times of the day. um so that is a major plus. Besides, and this is something that we have just added, what we're going to do is we're going to help you get your Giro account to a 100% rating. And what that basically means is, if I can just come back here and show you, let's say, one of the games that we have, that our members have basically hijacked and are selling literally tens of units every day, is this particular game. And as you can see, this is the account I was logged in. This is William's account, and he has 100% positive feedback. So what 100% positive feedback does is that it helps you beat the premium vendors. As you can see, this guy here, he's an excellent seller with 31,000 sales, and we are sitting above him. So the whole, once you have positive feedback, that basically gives the buyers green signal that I can buy from this particular person. He's not a unknown person. People have bought from him, and that my purchase will be safe. It basically gives buyer the confidence to buy from you. And so what happens is, when you have no feedback, you really struggle at making sales. So that kind of sucks, right? When you sign up for the mentorship program, what we will basically do is we will give you 100%. Guys, please, I can see a lot of questions coming in. I'm going to come back to that at the end. Bear with me here. If I just go into questions right now, the flow is just gonna break. So no one will be able to understand what I'm trying to say. So once we have 100% rating, what basically happens is that um, that users see that this guy has positive feedback. So even when you are not the lowest selling seller, people will come and buy from you, right? So, and this is just something that we have just recently included in the mentorship program, and it is that we will help you get to 100% rating in just the starting, right? So that's really going to help you get out of the gate and get started very fast. Now I'm going to take a quick look at the questions. So Philip asked, did William bought the 75 keys first? um Philip, William has basically bought a lot more than 75 keys. Those are 75 games, not keys, right? So um I guess William must have bought about 200 keys at least. And no, he didn't really just went in and bought keys like crazy, right? We basically, it's a gradual process, right? You buy one key, it sells out. You buy two keys, they sell out. You buy three keys. That's the way that we recommend how you go, right? And I see a lot of feedback coming in for Janzib, so that is really nice. Janzib, you might want to go into the chat box and see the positive feedback. So Rob says that Janjib knows his shit. I'm in the mentorship program, best $1,000 that I have spent in a long time. I'm glad to hear that, Rob. I'm very glad to hear that. So I'm going to come back to the questions later. Let me just complete this. So again, quickly recapping what you're getting in the mentorship program. Number one, complete access to Janjib and me. And Janjib is a very experienced guy, so he can help you with absolutely everything that you might come across through the mentorship program when you're selling your own games. You will basically have the training as well as 60-day access to us. Then we will be giving you profitable games as we find them. We will be giving you profitable deals besides games, and we will also be offering you any help that you will need, in you in coming over faulty keys, chargebacks, and any problems that might come with your G2A or Amazon or Paxful account, or even the accounts where you purchase your game keys from. And on top of that, we will also get your account to 100% rating. Now, and this is something that we're doing for the first time ever, is you can go ahead and get access to the mentorship program, and this is only limited to the first 3 people. We are only taking in 3 people for now. And what we're going to teach you is we're going to basically teach you all the ins and outs of finding the games, researching, using the Moneycraft app, using manual research process. You will also get a 60-day access to me and Jandeep, one-on-one training included. You will also get the Paxful strategy, and this is with the advanced mentorship. I'm just gonna in a moment share the basic mentorship as well. So you will get the Paxful strategy as well, where we will teach you how you can keep 30% more money in your pocket selling the same games. We're gonna give you profitable games. We're gonna give you profitable deals. We're gonna give you our market research strategies. We're going to tell you about the second marketplace that is very similar to G2A, and we will bring your account to 100% rating. And we will do all of this over the period of next 60 days for $997. So if you want to get access and jump onto a mentorship program with us, go to get.moneycraft.io and /mentorship. Janzib, if you could drop this link in the chat box to all the attendees, please, that would really help. I'm going to do that in a second as well, but I would like to go over the basic mentorship as well before I do that. So in the basic mentorship program, what we're going to do is we're going to still teach you all the ins and outs. We're going to still give you 60-day one-on-one training, and you will also have access to us for 60 days, but we will not teach you the Paxful strategy, right? We will basically not be going over the Paxful strategy that teaches you how you can keep 30% more into your pocket. We will still be giving you the profitable games that we find. We will still be giving you the profitable deals. And we will also give you the secret research strategies that we use to come across the games, right? So we will basically be handing you the fish as well as we will teach you how to fish. So you can start right off the gate, right? You're feeling hungry right now, you eat the fish, and then you take your time and learn how to fish so you can keep feeding yourself for the long term. That's the whole goal with the mentorship program. We will not be telling you about the second marketplace in the basic level of the mentorship, but we will still get your account to 100% rating, and this is for $749. So if you want to get the basic mentorship, excuse me, if you want to get the basic mentorship, you can go on to get.moneycraft.io /mentorship. Both the options are there for you. You can either get the advanced level mentorship or the basic level mentorship. And for the basic mentorship, we are taking only 5 more people for now, while for the advanced mentorship, only 3 more people. So as soon as these spots are gone, we will close this particular offer down. Now, if you have any questions, this is the time. Go ahead and let me know if you have any questions. In the meanwhile, what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and send you the link to sign up for the mentorship program. I assume Janzib has already done that. So you have basically both the options. You can get the basic mentorship, or you can get the advanced mentorship. It's totally up to you. Both have slight differences, but in both you're going to basically learn how to finally make money online. And I'm going to drop the link here. So go ahead and get your hands on the mentorship program right now. And if you have any questions, now you can go ahead and ask them. I am going to open the chat box. Oh, and by the way, I totally forgot. We promised that we will give you 3 profitable games for those that stay until the end of this webinar. And I have, let me quickly find that particular document where we had the deals. So again, guys, if you are interested in the mentorship program, go to Moneycraft, get.moneycraft.io/mentorship and get your account right now. In the meantime, I'm gonna give you access to the program deals as we promised. And these are basically, yeah, so these are basically the deals that we promised we will send you if you stay until the end of the webinar. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. Otherwise, we're gonna just go and close this webinar. And again, if you're interested in the mentorship program, right now is the correct time to get started with us. And I'm gonna wait and see if anyone has any questions. Otherwise, we're gonna go and wrap this session up today. And I'm glad that I could really help you guys. I'm seeing a few thank yous coming in, which is nice. So I assume no one has any questions. Awesome. It was really glad to have you all here. And again, if you want to jump on to the mentorship program with this, go ahead and get your access right now. And we're going to see you on the other side. Besides that, that's it for this webinar. If you have any feedback, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and email me. I'm going to drop my email in the chat as well. Dude, I'm really having a hard time finding the chat box again and again. Hey, so I have already sent the link to the chat box. The link to, oh my God, I typed my email wrong. Okay, sorry, my bad about that. I will make this public. Okay, you should be able to see the document now. And again, if you have any questions, go ahead and hit me up on my email. If you have any feedback, hit me up on my email. We're gonna wrap this session up. Thank you for everyone. Thank you to everyone who showed up today. And again, if you are looking forward to jump on the mentorship program, I highly recommend that you do that ASAP, because the last time we opened this, it went out very soon, and I assume it will this time as well. So you have 2 options. You can jump on either the basic mentorship or the advanced mentorship program. The decision is yours. I would recommend that you get on the advanced mentorship, but if you can't, go for the basic mentorship. And yeah, that's really it for this session. I hope that you all had a good time, and I'm gonna see you all around. Catch you all soon. Bye.